You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Guys and gals, Never here from Drakewing Gaming, and Sylving on Twitter, the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Sylving Reforged. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, we're up, and let's go. You're still here. I flinch. His words are cold and direct. He's a guest of the Vetskogan family, Gare. Why wouldn't he be staying? The turtle ignores the big wolf, looking at me in the eyes without blinking. Yep, I'm staying here for a while. His cold gaze scares me a little. Not a wise decision. What? Why? He doesn't answer, keeping his eyes set on me. What did I even do to him? Did bumping into him really get him this upset? Instead of being visibly angry like the old rabbit, he's strangely cold and unwelcoming. Before things get any more awkward, a familiar big bear opens the door and greets us warmly. Well, if it isn't Lord Aaron and Agnar, good to see you two this evening. He gives me a curt nod before stepping outside. He's carrying a sack of what I can only assume is flour over one shoulder. Here you go, Gare. Say hi to your old lady. Brum passes down the sack to the turtle over his shoulder. With that, he walks down the street, not even looking back to the big bear. Brum catches the door as it was lazily swinging shut. He dusts off his hands to clear them of any remaining flour and regards us. Don't mind him, me lord. He always gets like that around lions. So he's racist against lions? Better stay away from him, then. If he doesn't like me being a lion, then I can't do much to change his mind. So, what would the two of you like to eat? I'll see if there's a clean kettle laying around somewhere. Not this time, Brum. Lord Aaron would like to dine here this evening. Ha! I'm glad to hear it. My cooking must really be something, huh? But I'm afraid all the tables are taken, and I don't think any will be available for a while. This is our busiest time of the day. But there are 2 seats by the counter. But I'm sure our Lord here would rather have a proper table to eat at. What's wrong about sitting there? I mean, a table would be more comfortable, but it's not like it doesn't have its own charm, so you know. Okay. I don't mind sitting at the counter. I'm honestly not that picky about where I sit. That's what I like to hear. Glad to see a lion like yourself ain't afraid to get comfortable with us simpler folk. If you insist, then we'll take our meals by the counter today. All right, come right in and I'll lead you two to your seats. He leads us around the crowded seating area to the bar. Already I'm kind of overwhelmed by all the smells, sights, and sounds inside. So many different entrees, animal kinds, partying, drinking, and laughter. Some tables are laughing, others weeping and commiserating. All in all, it's really loud. I also can't help but notice just how many deer are the size of Agnar and Brum. Okay, maybe not all the way to Brum's size, but still the majority may be what I consider normal. But giants are far from uncommon. After Brum has led us to 2 vacant spots on the end of the bar, he walks behind the counter and makes his way into the kitchen. I'm sitting at the end of the row, leaving Agnar to take the seat next to me. He wasn't kidding, this place is really packed. This? It's nothing compared to how I'll be when the hunt begins. It'll be, I'll be stupid nary. Why is the tea still hot? Oh my goodness. Okay. While I wait for Brum to return, I turn in my seat and take to people watching. I try to be subtle about it, not focusing on one person for too long. Men and women, short and tall, thin and thick, hairy and scaly, all under one roof. Can't even count how many different kinds there are in the crowd. They really are a bunch of party animals, all having a good time enjoying each other's company. The inn and its drinks. Looking all around to take in the revelry, my eyes pick up on a set of flowing golden locks weaving through the crowd like the wind. I turn back as I hear Brum come out of the kitchen. All right, my lord. Would you like to hear what we got on the menu, or do you want to order something special? I didn't really think about what I'd want. I'm pretty much down for whatever they've got. What would you recommend? Is there a house special? Well, you saw I just got my bread for the day. If you'd fancy, I can carve out a loaf and make you a bread bowl. Lobscouse. Lobscouse? You made lobscouse? Agnar's tail is wagging like crazy, hitting my hips with its fluff. You must really love this dish. Heh, I did. Got a good deal for the meat from the butcher. Then let's order that. All right, so that's 2 bowls. Make it 3. Huh, of course. I'll be right out. And what you want for drinks? I'll take my usual. You got it. And you, Lord Aaron? I'll take the cider I had last time. He reaches under the bar and places 2 tankards on the counter. Then he turns on the spot to snatch up a wide jug from the shelf. Without missing a beat, he pops off the cork with a claw and pours my cider from a great height. Next, he puts the second tankard against the tap on a small barrel set on the lowest shelf. I can hear the satisfying sound of liquid filling the tankard as the foam surges to the top. He hands the beer to Agnar. Sounds like you only ever eat Brum's cooking. How can I not? He's the greatest cook I know. But more importantly, a great bear. He opens up to everyone that wanders through that door, regardless of how sorry their troubles have been. Even that grumpy old rabbit? Heh, now that would be the day. He stifles a chuckle, taking a swig from his tankard. Heh, by the elders, Brum has tried, but there's no changing Soren or getting on his good side. Their personalities couldn't be any more different. Still, he's probably the only person Soren doesn't go out of his way to insult. I actually can't remember ever hearing him curse at the old bear. Agnar spots something in the crowd, no doubt benefiting from the fact that he can see clear over most other folk. He waves a paw as if to flag someone down. Gertrude, over here!
I'm busy, hon. I'll be there in a jiffy.
Ah, so the golden wisp swimming through the crowd is the fabled Beauty of Dolset. I see a glimpse of her back as she turns. She's a lot shorter than I'd imagined. She's got the thickest beard you ever did see. She has an hourglass figure, complemented by long, luscious, wavy blonde hair that seems to float through the air. Brum described her as something of a seductress, but I'm afraid she'll have no luck with me. She's got the moves, though, I'll give her that. She flows through the crowd with such elegance you'd think she was dancing. Every turn, a pop and lock of the hips, every twist is accompanied by a smoldering stare. As I continue to stare, hoping to get a chance to glance at her face, Agnar leans in and whispers, She's quite the beauty, isn't she? Must be hard to look away when you first see her.
Oh, yeah, she's very pretty.
You better guard your heart. She may be without a mate, but she doesn't seem interested to have one. She turns away everyone who confesses their love to her. That I don't have to worry about. I'm sure she's nice, but my type is men. Sorry, Gertrude. Just don't get on her bad side. I've lost count of how many patrons she's thrown right out the door with her own paws.
Her? Throwing people with her size? Are you serious?
I am. She may look delicate, but she'll knock you flat if you don't treat her right.
Seriously, what are these guys eating? What sort of steroids are they putting in the water?
I scan the crowd to try and find Gertrude again, but she seems to have disappeared. I do, however, spot a few more looky-loos staring in my direction.
So, how many of the people in here do you know?
Say less than half of them. I've lived in Dolset a good while, but there are a lot of out-of-town folk in here today. Everyone's turning up for the hunt, and we've already received more than previous years, and more are still to come. At this rate, it's going to be standing room only in a few days. We'll need to get our dinners early before the rush.
Speaking of food, I wish we had ours already. I'm starving. He said it'd be right out, but given how packed it is, it must be taking longer than normal. I don't blame the delay. A lot of this crowd are carrying weapons like Agnar. Given how he is, I assume the mercenary profession is more upstanding than the movies would have one believe. Their weapons seem like they're more meant for self-defense than killing. Thanks to that, and the way they dress, I actually feel rather safe around them. Gertrude passes by again, unloading a tray of plates onto a nearby table. Gertrude, come over here already! All right, I'm coming. Calm your tail. Phew! My hair'll be ruined if this keeps going. How am I supposed to keep up my appearance like this? Ha! So, what'd you $2 need? Beard!
Just to gaze at your bewitching face and introduce you to my new charge.
Beard! Oh, so this is the foreign line that you found.
This is Lord Aaron Sondre. I was just telling him about you, in fact. He's very keen to meet you.
Aren't they all?
She swishes her beard with her hand, the way one would normally toss their hair. I can't take my eyes off it. My brain struggles to see past it, not knowing if it's a man wearing a dress or if women can get such thick and developed beards like this.
Stop staring at her beard, you fool, and say something! Pardon me, my lord, but are you honestly staring at my girls? As much as I do like showing them, a fine gal like myself can't just let her twins get ogled over like that. What? No, I'm staring at all your hair you call a beard. Prying my eyes open to meet hers is like trying to open a bank vault with a crowbar. Beautiful! No, I'm sorry, it's just, you're a beautiful man. I mean, ma'am! No, pull up!
Oh, smooth.
You're a beautiful man. I mean, ma'am. I was just so surprised. I heard the stories, but I didn't My eyes dart back to her beard, and by Herculean might have pulled them back up again. And that you'd be even more beautiful in person. She continues to stare me down expectantly. Come on, think. What would the Beauty of Dolset like to hear? A compliment about her appearance. Something, anything, say anything at all. Your hair looks great, and it's so big, and a lot. I think whatever gods exist in this world, I said hair and not beard. She continues to stare. Still not enough? She's gonna smush me into clatterfrank pulp. Come on, say something else. Your dress is really nice. It looks beautiful on you, and your mane. I wish I could grow mine out like that, but it's such high maintenance with a beard. No! I was doing so good. Why did I have to say beard? I give up. My brain's fried to a crisp, and I don't know what to say anymore. I accept my fate, already to get thrown out the door by the bearded woman in a short second. To my relief, her expression softens. Or at least I hope so. It's hard to tell with most of her face obscured. Well, I'm glad someone finally noticed. I've been trying out a new oil I bought recently. It's wonderful. Gives the locks the likeness of a cloud. Most men don't appreciate just how much work goes into my appearance. I'm glad someone with more refined taste can see it. Oh, thank God. I get to live another day. I'm sorry for my late greeting, Lord Aaron. I'm Gertrude, the maiden of the Golden Hills Inn. Pleasure to meet you. Agnar, honey, you should warn a girl before meeting such a sweet talker of a noble. You know how important first impressions are. He was so quiet at first, I thought he was here only to gawk at me.
You always leave them speechless, Gertrude.
Some of them can stand to be a little more speechless, honestly. Most of these brutes say such vulgar things at times.
She fluffs up her beard, making it more bouncy and fuller. She flutters her eye, or was that a wink? I can't tell when the other eye is covered with her long bangs.
I simply adore your mane, by the way. Very avant-garde.
Oh, thank you? Well, after Soren's comments, I'm a little hesitant to accept the compliment, but if I want to keep my bones in my body, I probably should just roll with it. Ugh.
You should find more men like him on your trips to the woods. This place needs all the class it can get.
Brummett reappears from the kitchen, wiping his hands on a small rag he keeps tucked into his belt. Well, alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right there, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon and YouTube memberships if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!